Sure. My name is Nolan Rollins. I'm the president and CEO of the Urban League of Greater New Orleans.
Great. And how have you seen the oil spill impact your community or impact yourself?
Well, I think it's impacted us in a way where it's forced us to think differently about how we do things here in Louisiana, and how we actually make sure that when we're thinking about what's next, that we're including everyone. Because now we have people involved in the equation that may not have been involved in the equation before, but are integral to figuring out what the answer is. So we're being forced to look at folks who have not been considered before, and I think that's a good thing for humankind.
And are there specific examples of people that have come to see you that have been having trouble? And
Absolutely. We're working directly with oystermen. We're working directly with fishermen to really help them to figure out a policy agenda for helping them to actually do what they do better, and looking at the problems that they've had in the past. These are folks who actually are hardworking Americans who do everything right every single day and want to actually be a part of this American dream. So when they don't have a voice, I mean, it becomes extremely hard for them to actually get it out there. So for a community leader like myself, I just act as a vessel for telling their story and getting them in the room to themselves tell the story, because I think that's the important thing. The important thing is that it's going to be impossible for anyone to say no to a person who does this generation after generation, day after day, and provides the nourishment that they provide for the American society.
and what would you want people to know? Maybe the story that's not getting out, or anything in terms of needing help, or just what other Americans can do.
Sure. This is more complex than I think people are giving it its credit for. I mean, this is a system by which generation after generation have either lived on the sea or through oil and gas. So the question is, what is it that we're going to do to supplant that? If we are going to reduce our dependence on foreign oil, what is it that we're going to do to supplant reducing our dependence on domestic oil and giving folks opportunities and jobs? How are we going to make sure that those families who that's what they've done for generations are going to have an opportunity to continue to live and survive and thrive in an American society? That's the thing that we have to look at. We can't just discount and just say, let's stop everything. We've got to supplant what we think is bad with something that's good, that's going to give people an opportunity to be successful here in America and in Louisiana.
Great. And one final question: has the spill impacted you personally?
It's impacted our work. What we've had to do is we've really been focused on kind of community development and that kind of work in spaces where we're building urban areas. Well, now it's bringing us down to Point La Hash, it's bringing us to Phoenix, it's bringing us to Venice, in places where we might not have looked at before, simply because our needs look different. Our way of work was actually helping people to go from a rural area into a more industrialized area or a city area and figure out how they work well in there. Well, this is forcing us to stretch our organization, which I think is a good thing. We're an institution that's been here for over 70 years, and I think it's time for us to bring voice to areas that may not have had voice before. So this is a good thing. It's stretching us.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.